What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and to the Montana State Bobcat Dynasty on the good old NCAA Football 06. We're coming off kind of a bad loss last week against Texas Tech and are looking to rebound now against the LSU Tigers. Their starting quarterback is Jake Kidd. Brian Stanley is an impact player at the running back position, 88 overall for him. Pierre Kelly and David Smith are their top two wide receivers. Their tight end group, not the best. They're looking at their offensive line. They got some solid tackles and an okay center. The interior, though, not the best. A couple of nice defensive ends there and a nice defensive tackle. And then looking at the linebackers, there's a guy named Roger Wilson, and you may notice he is 0 foot 7 inches. He's also like 200 some pounds, but he's going to be a key player to look out for, not only because he's an impact player, but as you saw, he has you could say it's an advantage or a disadvantage. Whatever it is, you'll see in the game here. We are slight underdogs looking at the national rank. We are 40 there, ranked number 38 in the nation, but this should be a pretty even battle so far. We did stick with Texas Tech throughout the first half of last week's game. Bobcats with the football first. We're going to start off by running it with Carter. He bounces it to the outside just to get taken down for a loss of 1. Now off the play fake, under some pressure here, Fuller's going to chuck this one downfield into traffic and incomplete. It looked like I had a man open in the flat here, but as you'll notice, he really does come in at 7 inches tall. So that will be interesting in this game. He's got to be the shortest, not only the shortest football player ever, the shortest guy ever. Like I don't understand how they found gear for this guy. Well, LSU's going to take over after a quick 3 and out from Montana State. They tried a little bit of trickery on first down. It doesn't work out. Now a fullback dive up the gut makes it 3rd and inches. They're going to hand this one off to Brian Stanley. He takes it up the gut, picking up a 1st down. Now from shotgun, Kidd dropping back to throw. He's got time in the pocket, but it's going to expire as he gets brought down for the sack. 2nd down and 16 now. Kidd's going to throw this one to the left side, overthrowing his receiver there. That's David Smith. Now the Tigers are going to be faced with a 3rd down and long, tipped, and it's going to be picked off. Anthony Parquet pulling out the spoon move, and he's going to get brought down just shy of the 35-yard line. Great job there by the defense getting the interception. Kelly a little bit shaken up on that play too, but he should be all right. Now Fuller taking the snap, and he's just going to run backwards, brought down for a loss of 16. That is not what you're supposed to do when you're under pressure. On 3rd and long, though, he's going to chuck this one up from Marcus Lumpkin, and he comes down with a huge catch. It was 3rd and 16, and a perfect throw there by Kevin Fuller, feeding it right into that tight window. LSU now sending the heat. Fuller off his back foot downfield. It's Black over the middle. He hangs on to it despite kind of getting hit hard there. These two sophomore receivers are a great duo. That's going to get us just outside of the red zone. Fuller moving to his left. He's going to just try to throw it or maybe run for it. Brought down there by Roger Wilson, the little 7-inch guy. The only reason I even know where he's at is because he's got the little impact thing there, but he wasn't able to get in on that play. Will Black with a beautiful touchdown catch in the back of the end zone there, and also a great throw from Fuller. Double man coverage, but still able to get it right past them. A money shot there. LSU now taking back over on offense. Kidd's going to pitch this one out to Stanley. He's going to pull out the spin move now and pick up the 1st down. Less than a minute to go in this first quarter. It's going to be a direct snap to the running back. He's going to get wrestled down, picking up 4 yards. Faking the toss now. Kidd stepping up in the pocket, and he gets walloped as he lets that one go. 3rd and 6, and they're going to run the football, and they're going backwards. Jimmy Kent coming in with a big-time play there. It's going to be a loss of 4 and a quick punt now for the Tigers. Last play of the quarter, it's going to be a handoff to Carter. He takes it up the middle. It's going to be a nice solid gain there of about 7 yards. But we're going to be going backwards here as Fuller took too much time at the line of scrimmage and got caught with a delay of game. 2nd and 8. Now Fuller's going to fire this one to the left side, and it's going to be dropped by his tight end. That's going to lead to 3rd down and 8. Fuller moving to his left. He's got an open running lane. He takes it. He's got the edge, working his way down the sideline. He's going to get brought down at midfield, over 20 yards on the scramble. Play fake now. Fuller's going to throw on the move for Black, and that looks like it should have been a connection. Instead, it just falls incomplete. Now Fuller taken down by Roger Wilson. There's a close-up look at him. Even though he comes in at 7 inches, he sure doesn't act like it. Now over the middle, it's Will Black coming up with a big conversion there. Wilson now on the blitz, and Fuller didn't even see him. He was coming right at him, but I mean, he had no way to even know he was there. His eyes are downfield, much less down on the ground. Fuller now under some pressure, and Wilson again having a big impact here. Seems like it's kind of an unfair advantage for LSU. Now going for 6 on this one. Touchdown! Marcus Lumpkin right in the end zone there. Fuller taking the one-on-one coverage, dropping another dime in the end zone to his other sophomore receiver, and we're up by 14. So LSU's defense and Roger Wilson has really been balling out today, it feels like. The offense, not so much though, as that's just their first pass completion of the game. Handoff here to Stanley. He takes it up the middle. He's an impact running back, but he hasn't had that much of an impact today. Toss play to the right now for Stanley, and he's going backwards again. Who else but Jimmy Kent, a perfectly normally sized linebacker that we got on our squad, also an impact player. That pass over the middle is going to fall incomplete. That leads to another Tigers punt. They do pin us back pretty far deep in our own territory, back on our own 12-yard line. Fuller's going to get us some breathing room, though, as he takes it down the left sideline for another 20-yard gain, getting us just across the 30 now. Fuller's going to stop and fire this one downfield. It's going to be caught by Dunbar, the other freshman tight end we got on this squad. He's going to get us into Tigers territory. Fuller rolling to his left, now fires over the middle for Ross Lewis. Can he take this one all the way? No, not quite, down at about the 1 yard line. Big time play there, though. Good job by Lewis stopping and getting it. And then Carter's going to punch it in the end zone now. And we're going to be up 21-0 as we go to the break. So good job by this defense shutting out this offense here in the first half. Can we keep it up? Well, especially if they keep running these direct snaps and whatnot to the running back, he gets taken down in the backfield again, forcing a quick 3-and-out. Brad Boyd now on the punt return. He had 2 punt return touchdowns in the first game of the season. Does he have any more in him here? No, instead he just forgets the football when he brings out the stiff arm. Luckily, he's able to recover his own fumble there, but we do lose a little bit of yardage. Handoff goes to Ross Lewis now, as we saw again in that first game of the season. He is a big-time athlete. That's what we recruited him as. He gets himself, passing, running, rushing, all the good stuff there. And then Carter takes it up the gut, and if it wasn't for Wilson, that would have been a house call. He's going to go for the house call anyway now, though, and it's going to be incomplete for Black. Double man coverage there, and he can't quite fit it into that tight window. Now over the middle, pass is going to be dropped by Lumpkin. So now we're going to bring out Gabriel Fields for a 53-yard field goal attempt. I don't know if he has it in him. No, it's going to be too low and wide left anyway. But now we know that about Fields. He's not going to be able to hit from over 50. But now here's an interception. Kevin Orts, the pass was overthrown into his hands. And the reason it was overthrown is because the receiver that was being thrown to there was interfered with, and I mean, Choate thinks it's some BS there, but they're still going to get the call going their way. Now Kidd throws this one to the left side. Orts, no interception for him here, but a good pass breakup. Jake Kidd only with 2 completions on the game. Now this pass is going to be picked off, and this one counts. Anthony Parquette with his second of the game now. Had to take it away from Kevin Orts, but you know what? Doesn't really matter. This is a team game. We're all in it together, and we got the ball going back our way. Pass in the flat caught by Carter. He gets wrestled down by Lewis, who somehow managed to grab the face mask there. I'm not really sure how that happened, but you know what? I'll take the 15-yard penalty. Fuller dropping back to throw now, really dropping back here, firing off his back foot downfield for Ross Lewis. I'm not sure how Fuller was able to get it there, and much less not only get it there, but to throw a perfect pass. Now off his back foot, it's Black over the middle. Feels like Fuller's been under a lot of pressure today, specifically from Wilson, but he's still getting these passes out. Now to the end zone for Will Black. Touchdown, number 3 on the game for the quarterback, the second one for Black. We're up 28-0. This was supposed to be a much more evened matchup here. Instead, LSU's just getting blown out. Here's a third down situation here, and once again, they're going to be running the football, and once again, Jimmy Kent is not having any of it, shutting down the run game again. Option play now for Fuller. He's going to keep it and pick up about 9 yards. Last play of the quarter now. Handoff goes to Carter. He takes it up the middle. Wilson there on the stop. He probably leads this team in all things defensively, but you know what? We still picked up the first down. Fuller moving to his left. He's got time. That time is starting to run out, though, as he chucks this one downfield. Lewis has it, breaks out of a couple of tackles, and nobody's even near him now. Touchdown, Montana State. I'm not sure how the freshman was able to get out of that there. Fuller was under a lot of duress there, just chucks it up downfield, and then Ross Lewis, he just runs over 2 players at once. This guy's an absolute beast. 35-0 now is your score. Stanley's going to take this one up the gut. It's going to be third down and short. They're going to give it to him again, and that's one of their few third down conversions that they've gotten today. Faced with another third down, it's going to be a play fake now. Kid's going to chuck this one downfield. He's got a man there, and it's going to be caught by David Smith down at about the 10-yard line. Big time play there. And after that, LSU said, okay, that's enough for our starters. That's enough good plays for them. We're just going to throw the backups in. Montana State, though, showing no mercy. Still got the defensive players in here. They get a sack and now force a fumble. It's on the ground, picked up by Wheeler, as the Bobcats are just showing no mercy. They would get a stop on defense, though, so LSU has the football on offense again. Throws into double man coverage, tipped, and it's going to be caught by Bell off of the tip, just inside of the 10, and he's going to start celebrating as if he's not down by 35. Play fake now. Baker is going to be sacked there by Perry. 2nd and goal from the 14 now, but that's not even going to matter. We're going to stand strong here. 35-0 against the LSU Tigers. That is a huge win here for Montana State, even with LSU and the little midget player that they had. 7 inches, doesn't matter. We still got the dub. He got in the way a little bit, but we definitely worked around him in the second half, and Kevin Fuller had a spectacular game. 341 yards and 4 passing touchdowns. Ryan Carter with 43 yards, 32 there for Kevin Fuller. Will Black with 2 touchdowns. Ross Lewis with a touchdown and 137 yards. Also 80 yards for Marcus Lumpkin and a score. Looking at the defensive side, of course, Jimmy Kent leads us in pretty much all things defensive, feels like. He balled out here. He got a sack, bunch of TFLs, tackles, and then Anthony Parquette came away with 2 picks. There was some other action inside of the Big Sky Conference this week. Sacramento State's going to fall to San Diego State here, giving them their first win of the season. You have Texas A&M, number 1 in the nation, beating down Idaho State 42-21. I'm surprised the Tigers were even able to keep it that close, or the Bengals actually. Eastern Washington gets their first win of the season, now in their first game of the season. Meanwhile, Weber State loses their first game, or loses for the first time this season. And then you have NAU. They're going to beat North Texas by 10 points. Washington State's going to get a big time win here over the Vandals, 45-21. And finally, the Grizzlies are going to fall to the Utah Utes. That's going to be a wrap on today's video. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, leaving a like is always appreciated. And until next time, this has been Jeffrey, reminding you to stay moist.